Hey, g'day folks, it's Dean here, Passive Income Coach, and welcome to one of our crypto updates. It's been a while since I've done an update. I've been back in the books actually, learning and revising and going back over technical analysis and trading analysis. I used to do a lot of options trading and futures contracts trading leading up to the GFC, pretty much since 2003 dot-com bubble up until the GFC. I was trading quite regularly, doing okay, but it just took up a lot of time and effort, and it's just something I didn't really enjoy at the time, so I gave it away for a little while. But ever since the crypto's come out and we've been getting back into the cryptocurrency market and all the activities have been going on, it's really got me excited to sort of get back into the trading game. So apologies for not giving an update for a while. I've been fairly busy on the weekends trying to get back into the trading side, and I've got some announcements at the end of this video on what I'm going to do in the trading and how we're going to sort of move forward, because really at the end of the day I'm a little bit tired of these high investment yield opportunities where we get some money in and people get some money in and they're just losing their money, and I don't really want to continue to promote those type of activities. I want to get into something a little bit more reliable, where people can retain control of their own cryptocurrency and simply just get involved in trading, whether that's through an automated bot system or whether it's just simply you subscribe to the trading calls and then you just put some trading on and all that sort of stuff and just follow what I do, or we just simply pool money and we just all trade together. I'm not really sure how that's going to come about yet, but I want to get some runs on the board, and I think trading's the way to go because it's just a little bit more safe in terms of its legitimacy. So, but anyway, look, there's been lots happening across the various other crypto strategies that we have been dealing with, and I wanted to give everyone a bit of an update into what's been happening across the board. So let's get started. Let's make sure I share my screen, because you'd be surprised how often I do a video and don't share my screen and then I've got to record it again. So let's get started. So share the screen. Yes. All right, and there we go. All right, so let's start with our favorite USI-Tech. Okay, so USI have come out and announced that they have finalized their data migration, which means that whatever amount that they say that they're going to repay you, they believe is the amount that they're going to do. Now, there's been a lot of confusion around rebuys in particular. And if we just jump into here, so just for those that, again, are fairly new to USI, maybe haven't seen an update, not really sure what's going on, and this is the first one you've seen. This data up here is for the 2.0 packages. Okay, so it's not where you're going to find your previous history. You need to come down into here and go the view package and commission details for 1.0 packages. All right, so if we click into here, and here's the breakdown of what they say they're going to repay. Now, of note, and I've noticed there has been some comments in the Facebook feed recently, what is the heck does this mean? All right, personal rebuys that earn less than 100% are not listed because the cost of the rebuy and the amount to repay is equal. Personal rebuy orders that exceed 100% are listed here with the amount over 100% listed, because that's what they're going to repay. So there was a note that said that USI will repay all partner rebuys, wallet rebuys, external purchases, and rebuys. Okay, so we're all led to believe that whatever your rebuy amount is, you'll get your full 100 or up to 100% of that rebuy as well. Now, that's not what's actually happening. Whether or not we misunderstood it, it was a language communication problem, or simply just a change of plan, I'm not sure. But this is what's happening. So let me just bring this across. So let's say, for example, we're just looking at this part here. Let's see if I can just minimize that a little bit. Okay, so let's say you bought some packages. A package costs 0.01 of a Bitcoin. Remember, we're always dealing in Bitcoin. Right at the moment, with Bitcoin price so low, don't expect to get your fiat currency value back. What USI are offering or promising is that you'll get back the amount of Bitcoin that you put in. So you need to wait for Bitcoin to get back to the value of whatever it was on the day you bought it before you actually get the fiat currency value back. So we're talking about Bitcoin itself. So let's say a package was worth 0.01 of a Bitcoin. This is all Bitcoin value. And you chucked in 0.1. Okay, so that allowed you to buy 10 packets. All right, basically, which means every 10 days you would have enough to rebuy another packet. That was the whole premise of the USI platform. So you accrue some of your stuff, okay, your daily repayments, all right, and then you use those repayments to do a rebuy, okay, and now you're compounded. So now you're earning from two lots of purchases, okay, and then after 10 days or so, we rebuy. So what USI is saying is that, okay, we ceased on the 24th of Feb, and so we're going to cancel all the contracts with you in accordance with our rules. And so what we're going to do is we're basically going to cancel all this. We're going to delete it all right? And we're not going to pay you any profit. And what we're going to do is we're just going to promise to give back to you what you started with, all right? So you started with 0.1. Now remember that this is just repayment back to you, all right? So it's just a repayment back of the 0.1. It's not profit, it's just repayment so far. Because remember, your profit was from 100% to 100 days to 140 days. So this is just repayment, okay, of which you've just used your payment to buy another one. But it's the same money, okay? So what they're basically saying is we're going to cancel all contracts and we're going to repay you basically your 0.1. So you're not out of pocket technically. What you're out of pocket is time and opportunity, okay? But they're repaying the 0.1 and all of this was just buying another packet, okay, utilizing your current amount of repayment, okay, or interest payment, all right? So because you're going to get back the full amount here of 0.1, they're saying that you're going to get back 100, which technically is correct. You're going to get back 100% of the Bitcoin that you put in. All right, it's unfortunate because we were all sort of led to believe that we'd get 100% of this purchase as well and 100% of this purchase as well, okay? But that's not the case. You're just going to get back your starting amount, 0.1. Now, in the scenario where your rebuy actually went past the 100 days, so now you are in profit for that particular rebuy, USI will pay you out for that particular amount, okay? So if you went for, say, 110 days and you got an extra 0.01 of a Bitcoin, okay, you will get payment for that. So that's what this means. So personal rebuys that earn less than 100% are not listed because you're basically going to get back in your total purchase price, okay? So whatever you bought and put in at the start, that's what you're going to get back. Personal rebuys that exceed 100%, so i.e. they went for more than that 100 days, are listed because they're going to pay you the amount above that 100%. They are going to pay you out the profitable component because you've been repaid that whole amount and you get the profit back, okay? So remember, in any rebuy, up until 100%, you're basically just getting repaid the money that was owed to you in the first place, and USI are going to give you back your full amount anyway. All right, so for some of you, that will mean what you estimated, you're going to get back less than what you anticipated because you're not going to get the profitable component of the rebuys, okay? Now, some people have indicated that when they do the calculation, that all worked out okay, but where they had a partner rebuy, so for some people, I purchased their initial start package, that wasn't included. They sent a support ticket over to the USI, and USI then included that amount in their total. They said, yeah, that wasn't calculated properly, so that was included. So they are now getting back their personal rebuy. So you need to go through your list in your back office. This is a breakdown of what they're going to say per package of what they're going to repay. So like for some of these over here, this is just the small amount over and above the 100% because this was a rebuy. It wasn't a purchase. And so this was the amount. It was certainly less than the purchase amount, but this is the amount over 100% that I'm going to get back. Okay, so it's only the small difference. So go through that. The partner rebuys are listed if you bought for other people. Okay, so this is where I was buying for some other people. So make sure that they are included in your totals. All right, so that's USI at the moment. In terms of their current 2.0 performance, all right, let me just bring this back. Okay, so this is my 2.0 performance just here. I purchased a running pack on the 7th of March. It's been running now for 40 days. I've received a massive 6% back in 40 days, which compared to the banks is still good. But compared to what else we can get on the marketplace, it's pretty ordinary. And it's going to take 890 days for me to get my my return on investment, my 140%. All right, so it's averaging about 0.16% returns per day for that. Techcoin, so Techcoin's been gone a little bit quiet at the moment. Obviously, that's got a lot to do with, oh, that's not what I want, Techcoin report. That's got a lot to do with obviously confidence in the company at the moment. So a lack of confidence obviously doesn't instill people to want to invest in their plan. Now, even though USI have come out and Techcoin have come out and said, look, we're two separate entities where we're just interrelated, but we are a separate entity. For most people, you get involved in Techcoin because of the belief we had in the company, towards the end of last year and the beginning of this year. And that's why people were investing in it, because they could see USI going from strength to strength. Now with what's happening and the slow rate of return that USI are now offering on the 1.0 packages, this has had a massive impact on investor confidence. And so token sales have gone basically down to a trickle. So they are, it is still moving forward. Token sales are still going. It'd be interesting, actually. Let's write that down. So 269,594,451. So that's what the token sales were today. And so when I do my next update, it'll be interesting to see what that is down the track. So in order for this obviously to continue to go up, we need confidence in the 2.0 package. We need confidence for the people that are already invested in the company to want to continue to buy tokens. So I can't see that happening in the short term. I don't know much about the public sale. The public offering was supposed to be launched on the 1st of April. It hasn't happened yet, and I haven't really seen an update since. So I know there's a lot of people heavily invested in the tech coin. I am too. I've got nearly 100,000 tech coins in the system with USI, and obviously I want to see a return on that as well. But really, it's just sitting in a waiting game now. Honestly, I'll probably log into USI. This is the first time I've logged into USI since my last update 3 weeks ago. So I just spent this morning updating all my charts and everything. But I'm not expecting anything to happen real fast. The good thing is we are slowly getting repaid back, albeit slowly. But at least we are getting a trickle back over time. USI now have basically set it up so you automatically get repaid. As soon as you've got 50 euros worth of money in your repayment account, it's automatically moving it across into your available balance where you can withdraw it, or if you gain, reinvest it. So it is automatically happening, and you can see the countdowns happening there. All right, so that's USI. It's just a waiting game now for obviously our tech coins and repayment to proceed. But it's really just a sit and wait. It's a long-term investment now rather than a short-term high yield program. It's just really sitting and waiting game. And ideally, we couple that with some growth in Bitcoin, and we might come out of this a little bit okay. All right, into some other things that we've been working on, or I've been working on, is Hashflare. Okay, so Hashflare is a mining program where you buy hash rate. Okay, you can buy hash rate directly from the company. SHA-256 hash is Bitcoin hashing. All right, and basically you earn a little bit of Bitcoin every day. I choose to reinvest the Bitcoin that I earn so I can buy more terahash, which is buy more mining equipment. So I started with 20 terahashes worth, which is whatever it was at the time, $4,000 now. Hashflare has come down significantly in price. You could buy 20 terahashes now for about half the value of what I purchased it for, because I bought it at $2.20, and it's now down to $1.20 per terahash. It's basically half the price. In terms of how is my returns going, so for Hashflare, let's get rid of some of this, tidy it up a little bit. All right, so Hashflare have been running now for 79 days. All right, I've received a total payout of 0.15 Bitcoin, and I started at 0.3. So I've received back 41% of my Bitcoin. Okay. And I have to pay a maintenance fee. And you can see there that after maintenance, I've received back 0.08. All right. So about half of the maintenance, about half the payout is going in maintenance at the moment. All right. And I'm averaging about 0.3% returns per day. And that's declining. Obviously, with over the last few weeks with the decline of Bitcoin, these returns have been way down. In fact, I had single-digit returns, 0.07, 0.08 returns over a day. We really want to see this up around about the 0.3 mark. So look, again, Hashflare continues to trickle on. It's not making a lot of Bitcoin. I'd like to see, obviously, with the Bitcoin pricing turning around, that we should start to see more profitability. But we've got to take the good times with the bad times. Can't all be good. But at least we're consistently being paid out every day. All right, so Hashflare is an opportunity if you wanted to get into cloud mining. I think the best of the mining is Bitclub Network. Okay, so Bitclub Network is back up and running. Let's have a look at the returns for Bitclub Network, and then we'll quickly chat about it. I bought into the 3 pools for Bitclub Network. Now, pool 1 and pool 2, I haven't put any extra commissions in. It's just simply the purchase price plus the automated compounding effect. So for people that don't build teams can actually see what sort of rate of return that they will get on their money. So pool 1 is a $500 starting package and pool 2 is a $1,000 starter package. As I said, no commissions, and you can see that pretty much returned 25% in 90 days. So I've been doing this for 3 months now with Bitclub Network, and I've got a quarter of my investment back for each of the individual pools. Okay, so it'll take 1 year to get the money back. Now, I really think this is based on again, the drop in Bitcoin price, because when we first started, it was about 6 months before we would get our returns back. But obviously with the drop in Bitcoin price, we're not getting significant returns each day. And this is making it a little bit more difficult to compound and yada, yada, yada. In terms of pool 3, for those that like to build teams and earn some commissions, this is where we're enrolling my commissions into. So this is a $2,000 pool. And you can see here that in 90 days, I've got half the investment back already, and that will continue to grow, and I'll continue to compound that. So these are the three pools. That's basically just the data happening. Now the automated purchasing, okay, so what we call the automated rebuys, they are working. Finally, there was a bit of a hiccup since they've transitioned to Bitcoin Cash where they weren't rebuying. So they are now rebuying. It's just not showing up here in the data. So if you do have some rebuys that are happening, but they're just not showing up here, we are getting paid out on those though. Okay, I have confirmed that the numbers, and we are getting paid on that. So when you've got a total here in unused that's the equivalent of 5%, which is $25 for mining pool 2, $50 for mining pool 3, or $100 in mining pool 2 or mining pool 3, $100, it should automatically rebuy your small share, okay, which is about 5% of the value, okay. And so you can see here that I've got 1.0514, but I've actually got 1.1195 up here. That's because it has done an extra 5% purchase. It's just not showing up here in the data. I'm not sure why. It's just not happening. Now, you'll also notice, for those who've been following Bitcoin Network, I've actually reduced these from, I was doing 100% repurchase percentage, and I've now made it 0. The only difference here is I'm still rebuying, but I'm now controlling it. Okay, so rather than having it automatically rebuy into the various pools, blah, 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 I just want to control it. And so I'm just accumulating the Bitcoin. At the moment, you can see I've got $228 worth of Bitcoin sitting there. And that way I can just control where I'm actually putting it, okay, rather than just allowing it to buy slowly. So it was just a personal choice, and it really came about because the purchase rebuys weren't working at the time, and so I turned it off, and I just haven't turned it back on yet. So that's Bitclub Network. In terms of the other mining activities, so we've got the Litecoin miner program happening. So the Litecoin miners have arrived. I've filled out all the paperwork. I'm just awaiting, and I'm hoping to get this week my account on Thursday night. Friday morning, I sent off all the paperwork, including the monthly payment program. So I'm hopeful that this week we'll get the account, and these should be up and running for us. So the way this will work is each week, I think it is, we get paid. There's a maintenance cost, which I pay on behalf of all the team, and then I deduct that out of the profits, and then we distribute based on whatever percentage membership that you have for our Litecoin syndicate. So if you haven't sent me your Litecoin address, please do so. If you've got a CoinJar account, you have a Litecoin account inside CoinJar, you just need to activate Litecoin, and then probably just send me a deposit link for your Litecoin account, and I can add that to the system. So this week I'll get the list up of what everybody has and who's got addresses, and we need to get that filled in so I can start sending you your Litecoin. All right, so that's pretty cool. In terms of the crypto trading, so I did purchase an automated trading bot. I haven't been really impressed with it. I'm still learning a lot with it, but I don't have a lot of control over it. So over the last few weeks or a few months now, with the decline in Bitcoin price, obviously it's been very difficult to make profit. So I've actually turned off the bot trading, and I'm just trying to close out positions because I had a lot of positions that were like 50% down, 40% down in the negative. And I really just want those to close out. And it was really this that got me excited about the trading again. And you go, you know what, I reckon I could out trade the bot because the bot's not doing so crash hot. So I've pretty much turned the trading bot off at the moment. I'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll turn it back on once once Bitcoin starts to get back into a bull run again. I'll turn it on and see how it goes. But quite honestly, I just think the easiest way will be to trade myself, look for certain signals, and just get in, get out, get in, get out, and just look for small trade opportunities. So going forward, I'm going to release this week. I've been working on some videos on like how to trade, how to get started. I'm going to share with you probably one of the easiest ways that you can protect your cryptocurrency. A lot of people in this group will simply buy cryptocurrency. You'll be getting it back through various methods, and you'll just be sitting on it, okay, well, just holding it, okay, or hodling it. And that's not very cost effective. Imagine, you know, if you saw one of my updates a few weeks ago, about a month ago now, and I said, look, if we ever break through that $15,000 Australian mark, you know, Bitcoin should really move up. But if we can't break through that, and that's a high resistance, we're going to see a decline in the Bitcoin price. Well, unfortunately, the second part paid off. And so from that decline of 15,000, we went all the way back down to 7. Now, wouldn't it have been good to be able to protect your asset at 15,000, lock it away so you keep the $15,000 price, and then while it's down here, you can take it out then and basically buy all the way back down and then make profit all the way back up. So I'm going to share with you how to do that this week. It's very, very easy to do. It doesn't require any real trading skills at all other than to simply look at support and resistance levels and then make movement based on that. So I'm going to share that with everybody in the group and then announce what I'm going to do in the trading space going forward. Well, that's a pretty lengthy update. It's been a while since I've been online, and I'm glad to be able to bring this update to you. Please leave your questions down below in the comment section. For those that are interested in trading, stay tuned. I am going to be releasing a trading course very, very shortly, and some ideas about, for those that don't want to trade but just simply want to take advantage of some trading opportunity, how we can go about doing that as well. All right, that's it, folks. Have a fantastic week. I noticed that Bitcoin actually broke through $10,000 Australian over the weekend, which is fantastic. Where are we sitting at today? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, still sitting over and above that $10,000. So that's a good sign. It looks like we have had a fairly good bounce off that $7,500, $8,000 mark where we sat for quite a while. So that's what we call support, which I'm going to cover this week. You know, and now we're moving back up. So really, we're just bouncing between $8,000 and $15,000. This is in the Australian for my overseas listeners. That's the Australian dollar amounts. We really need to see some price movement up to that. So I'm going to use those as the examples going forward. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Take care. Have a fantastic week. And let's keep seeing that Bitcoin price go up.